ASL Teacher Rocks. So this month we are celebrating Deaf Awareness Month. I'm hoping that I can help with spreading that awareness by discussing some topics that I feel most hearing people are oblivious to. And these are topics that relate and impact the deaf community. About 2 weeks ago, I was in the airport and this woman approached me. She read my shirt and we just started chatting, and she told me that she worked for this very prestigious organization, and about 2 years ago there was a deaf woman who applied for that position. On paper, on resume, the deaf woman was qualified. They had very specific requirements for the position, and she checked the box on everything. She had a master's degree. She had over 10 years of experience. Everything they needed. On paper, she was a perfect candidate. They brought her in for the interview process with an interpreter, but they felt there was a disconnect from what this woman represented on paper and what she displayed during the interview. There seemed to be like something didn't add up, something didn't match. It was a huge disconnect. Immediately when she told me that, I felt there must have been a problem with the interpreter. So what can you do to prevent this from happening? If you are someone whose responsibility is to set up the interpreter for an interview or set up interpreting services for whatever the event may be, how can you ensure you're finding someone who's qualified? So you have three options. The first one is going to be at the state level. You can contact your state's Division of Services for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. The second option is to visit RID.org. RID is the Registry of Interpreters for the Deaf. This is the governing organization for the interpreting profession. So they certainly can provide you with the proper resources to ensure you're finding a qualified interpreter. The third option would be to ask that person to provide proof of their qualifications or their certifications, and then you can go back to these two to kind of vet and make sure that person is qualified or certified. So those are three options, and why this is so important, because if you have an interpreter or someone who signs and represents themselves to be qualified and they come in and they're not, well, they can potentially impact that deaf person's livelihood, their health, their education. And so you want to be sure you are taking that extra step. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.